Good morning. How are you guys doing? I can't hear you. Let's try it again. How you doing? Good. Better. So, my name's Tim Hoppy. I work for the Game Commission. I'm a wildlife biologist. I'm going to hand the mic over. Introduce yourself.
Good morning, guys. I'm Officer Ike with the Game Commission. I'm a warden.
And good morning, guys. I'm Andy Huser. I'm a state game warden sergeant, so I supervise all the game wardens in Erie and Crawford County.
So this is going to be less painful if it's interactive. So we'll ask some questions. We might do some hand raising, all that fun stuff, just to help keep your attention. So we mentioned we're with the Game Commission. How many of you guys are familiar with the Game Commission? Raise your hands. Okay, more than half. So, raise your hands one more time. What do you know about the Game Commission?
Well, I know you guys like to talk to us when we're hunting.
Okay, so the law enforcement side of things. How about Pink Hoodie? What do you know about the Game Commission? Don't know that much. Good answer, honest answer. Blue Hoodie. Okay, close. So in Pennsylvania, we have two agencies. We have Fish Commission and we have Game Commission. So Fish Commission's everything cold-blooded, slimy, scaly. We're fur and fin, or we're fur and feather. You in the glasses, what do you know about the agency? Yeah, you, right here. Nothing. Okay, let's try another thing. Seniors, raise your hand. Okay, keep your hands up. Juniors? Okay, a lot of juniors. Sophomores? And freshmen. Okay, a lot of freshmen. So, of the juniors and seniors, raise your hand if you know what you're doing after high school. Okay, you. What are you doing after high school?
After high school, I'm going to go for GIS, and my goal is eventually to create online computer mapping.
Okay. All right. Seniors, raise your hands again. Sorry, I can't remember. What are you doing after high school?
I'm going to study computer science.
Computer science. And you?
Biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineering. So when I asked about what everybody knew about the Game Commission, most of those answers were related to these folks up here in the uniform. Traditionally, since our inception, these folks have been the face of the agency. They're the ones that are interacting with the public day in and day out, and a lot of times in the hunting season. But this time of year, outside of that, they're doing a lot of educational programs. And I'm not going to, that's as far as I'm going to go with their job. They'll talk about that here in just a minute. But one thing that we want to bring your attention to today is that the Game Commission is more than biology and law enforcement. We own 1.5 million acres of state game lands across the state. I believe there is a game lands within 30 minutes of every citizen in Pennsylvania. And we have about 850 to 900 employees. And those folks are more than just biologists and game wardens. We have clerical staff, we have dispatchers that deal with all the calls that come in from the public. We have GIS specialists that catalog everything from our natural resources to even incidents that are coming in from callers that are directed towards game wardens. We're using GIS to track calls, what those calls are, and how they're dealt with. We have forestry staff that manages our forest resources on game lands. We have geologists. We have marketing folks that help to try to get our message out. Who am I missing? We have information and education folks. We have habitat management crews. Anybody in here like to run equipment? Tractors, bulldozers, chainsaws, weed whackers. We have folks that do that work day in and day out. So hopefully by the end of today, and when we're going to focus on the roles that we play, but hopefully you understand that the Game Commission is more than just biologists and law enforcement folks. Just a little bit of background. You know, a lot of the seniors in here already knew what they wanted to do by show of hands. I didn't know what I wanted to do my senior year of high school. It took me going to the guidance counselor's office, and this was so long ago that I had to look through a book to figure out what colleges offered what majors. And at that time, I was going to be two things. I was going to be an equipment operator, or I was going to be a physical therapist. Two totally different things there, I understand. But it wasn't until the last page of the book that I came across a major that was called wildlife technology. And I thought, wow, if I do this, I can hunt and fish the rest of my life and get paid for it. But soon realized once I got to college that it wasn't going to be quite that way. So just thinking about